Is a hard sellout here in Huntsville.
For a preseason game, Terry Oglesby, Bart Lennox, and Vladimir Voyard-Todal will be our officials tonight. And Alabama will start with the basketball. Mark Sears, Clifford Amore, LeBaron Philon, Darian Reed, and Aiden Holloway. On the floor for the Crimson Tide. If this is your first time seeing Alabama, that's Holloway with the ball. He is the Auburn transfer, scored 20 in Alabama's preseason opener against Wake Forest to lead all scorers. Crimson Tide going deep in the shot clock. And Sears will have to try one from the logo. Can't get it to go. Not the shot the Crimson Tide wanted, but they're able to track down the board. That is Reed. The freshman can't get it to go. The newcomer Amore with a rebound, and he is fouled by a game at Rutgers.
Not surprised when you look at him.
Yeah, that's him with the ball. He is a big guy. Goes 6'11", 240, and that's him on the way to the basket, and he gets the game's first bucket.
Yeah, showed a little touch getting to the rack, too. I thought he might finish it hard.
Alabama doing the same thing, though, Dunaway. It's trying to find some chemistry with new guys. That's a rare turnover by Mark Sears, and Haggerty will try to take it to the basket, and he is fouled on his way to the hoop. Alabama looking for that chemistry, too.
Get for Haggerty. Coming out of the transfer portal from Tulsa. Again, your national freshman of the year, decades in college basketball.
Fouled out of his first NBA game, never fouled out of a game at Purdue. First point of the game, and now Memphis will have some full court pressure, catches Alabama by surprise, and a quick turnover, but Reed able to get it back on the board. And now Reed is going to be fouled and will not go. And Memphis with a rebound. Quickly up here is Jourdain. And this is an interesting lineup. Nice bounce pass and the look over to Danger, and Danger with the pumps and is fouled.
Well, Danger inside, not just with Amore. They've got Stevenson at 6'11", and they've got Sorrell, who all
Reitzel. The only one of those, if this were an actual regular on the board, and gets it right to Danger, and that's knocked away by the freshman Philon. Reed. Back to the man that got the block. He can't get the three to go, but Reed pulls down the board. Now Sears, wide open look. You don't make that mistake. Mark Sears is going to make a wide open out, and Stevenson comes in, and that shows you a little bit of the depth of this Alabama team. Jaron Stevenson is an excellent player. Did not start tonight. Holloway picks up two quick fouls, and Stevenson is quick off the bench. Danger can't get the dunk to go. And fresh off the transfer out of Illinois, scored 5 points, pulled down 2 boards. Cisse can't get the second one to go, and Stevenson off to save.
look at the handle for the 6'11" guy.
Yeah, that's the guy that just came off the bench, and complete pickpocket as Reed went to the basket. Hunter took it away and lays it off to Jourdain, who gets his first bucket of the game and cuts it to 1.
And Jourdain was that, when I said.
Runs down the rebound and right back to Stevenson. And now Sears will reset the Alabama offense. Crimson Tide up 5-4. Stevenson with another 3 and gets it to go. His first bucket of the game and stretches the lead to 4.
And there really wasn't anybody down there from Memphis. It's going to be tough to out-battle him on the boards.
That's how you end up with 10 boards per game at Rutgers, right? Sears, long distance 3, and it drains it. He shot 43% for the season. Fouls back in for the Crimson Tide. Here is Reed down low. Oh my goodness. Massive block by Cisse, and he'll get it for the dunk.
That sequence.
Wow.
I mean, that's what you get with Cisse.
And he is certainly on pace for that here tonight. Holloway cuts to the basket, and he saw all those block shots, put some loft on it, can't get it to fall. But Amore with a follow. That's a 13-6 Crimson Tide lead.
Are you saying that one was thrown like Jaden Daniels?
A little bit.
Holloway to the basket, and he's fouled. Holloway was shooting around 72%.
And, you know, great opportunity with all of this supporting cast to build that confidence back up.
It was about a 2-week period in practice where the stats guys had him at a 72% clip from beyond the arc. And if Oates doesn't like it, it wasn't a great shot because he gives you a lot of leeway to take shots in this offense. Loose ball. Philon seems like he's always around the loose ball, and he lays that one in for 2. LeBaron Philon, the freshman, with his first bucket of the game. And it's a 10-point Crimson Tide lead again. The tip won't go, and the rebound fought for and pulled down by Danger, and he is fouled
10 from three-point range in the early part of this exhibition game in Huntsville.
Part of his game he is trying to get a little better on.
Yeah, a lot of motion with the legs before he releases, and very interesting rotation there as well.
And Nate Oates and Penny Hardaway having a nice conversation near midcourt in the middle of this game. There's Amore, and he dunks it home. Clifford Amore, the Alabama newcomer, has 6, and Bama is up 12.
Very active around the rim early on here in Huntsville.
You can see why Alabama's coaches pursued him so heavily in the offseason. It was rim protection done away.
Points per game.
And his first free throw will not fall.
Former Big 12 freshman of the year at Iowa State, then transfers to Texas for 2 years, and now Penny has gotten him out of the portal to play for the Memphis Tigers.
One thing we got to remember, it was a joint discussion with an official.
And a rather long one, too.
Yeah, we were trying to lighten this up a little bit.
13 personal fouls so far. Perhaps it was just
the treadmill for a couple of weeks before they hit the first game.
Yeah, you better, because there is no stopping once you get out on the road. These guys almost never go home once the season starts. Sears, nice move.
Wow.
What a nice move in the air for Sears, knowing that shot was going to get.
I think that's his best part. I really do.
Giving up 6 inches there on Jourdain, and knew that was a mismatch, but he turned it into one in his favor. Haggerty fouled going to the basket by Sears.
Don't you think that for Mark to play at the next level, he's got to have a read option there? He's in the air, and if the guy's coming at the ball, he's going to lay it in. If he doesn't,
so much, and I think he gets benefit of the doubt sometimes.
Stevenson gets the board. Players in Alabama basketball history, the true freshman out of Grovetown, Georgia. Now Sears bounces it to Reed. Nice move on the baseline by Darian Reed. They are excited about this kid. And play some defense there on the miss. And now here comes Sears. He'll take it all the way, and that one is blocked. Jourdain won that battle that time, and a nice look up the court for Jourdain, and a reverse lay-in. Goes for Jared Harris. Harris is a freshman. You talk to people around Memphis, they say Penny Hardaway not crazy about starting freshmen. And here is Harris getting a surprise start tonight.
Well, I tell you, that was quite the basket there from Harris McWhorter. That Penny Hardaway is the greatest player in Memphis history.
Magic, an expansion franchise to the NBA Finals.
In 1990, outside of Amore, has got handle, and they can all shoot.
Hunter cut off as he tried to drive to the basket. And now here is Haggerty again. The mid-range jumper, nothing but nylon.
I think that's the first basket Haggerty has hit. He's gotten to the line quite a few times, but one finally goes down for P.J. Haggerty.
That is his first field goal, 1 of 6 now, and a whistle after the steal by Tyrese Hunter. And the Baron.
Where it was so sloppy and we had so many fouls, they're like, I don't know if we're going to have a normal
Yeah,
thing?
they did that for the Alabama-Wake game last Friday. Jim, I don't know that anybody was particularly close to fouling out.
No, I feel good somebody would foul out of this one.
Yeah, I think so, the way it has started. There is Holloway trying to beat that pressure. Sears gets it to Stevenson. And now Millett with a 3. And he one of the many Alabama newcomers, and they're excited about Houston Millett.
And when Alabama was in LA for the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8, they had a chance to be around, his family did, around the Alabama program a little bit as they sort of were filling them out in the transfer process.
Stevenson fouled as he goes to the basket, and the Memphis Tigers
tournament, you could get great fights are made by matchup.
Great teams this year in the SEC. It's going to be ultra competitive. But I will tell you, man, as far as just pure athleticism and ability to defend, this Memphis team is going to they're going to be a tough out this year.
Emily Grace McWhorter was in Alabama's huddle in that last time out. What'd you learn, E.G.? So that's the bar to match now.
Yeah, 41%
beyond the arc as a team.
In the Clemson game,
Smith will push it up. Jim, you made the point. Outside of Amore, as I was about to say, Reed and any other guy can handle it. Reed has it taken away from him. And that leads to the Memphis lay-in by
P.J. out.
Holloway skips through the lane, dumped it off to Stevenson. Now Sears, now back to Holloway. He was going to shoot the 3, bobbled the pass, but gets it off anyway. That's Diabate with a board for the Tide, and he is fouled by Cisse as he tries to dump it out to Sears.
I wonder if the players know they can't foul out now.
EG has Ryan Brown. We're at Probst Arena, the Von Braun Center. Preseason basketball, number 2 preseason Alabama. The Crimson Tide last year, that's a little bit under their season average. They were 46% wants to do.
Yeah, I don't know about the offensive sets that Penny was talking about. We're going to amp it up, but I do know they have amped it up on the defensive end with this press.
Absolutely. Rogers can't get the jumper to go. He follows his shot, though, and is able to lay it in and cut the Bama lead to 7. Now more full court pressure from the Tigers. Here's Diabate. He'll pull the string on a 3 and drains it. They'll say he was on the line. It is only a 2.
Just his coaching point all season long until they got into the NCAA tournament, and that's when it finally clicked with his players, and that's what fueled the run to the Final Four.
Sears going to the basket is fouled by Haggerty.
And it feels like the defensive intensity.
Free throw shooter last season. This is his first one of the night, and that doesn't even move the net
In the season.
Well,
Mark Sears looks midseason right now.
Yeah, you practice a lot more than you used to, LT. Like they can start camps and somebody else. That's a lot of basketball.
Yeah, look,
time.
and I know we've got 4 and change to go in the first half. No hands on hips yet.
No, this is a deep Alabama team, too. They can keep rotating guys in. 3 to go, and now a 3 on the way for Memphis is no good from Haggerty. And here's Millette to Reed. Reed fouled on the runner. He'll shoot free throws when you come back.
Brock, Penny Hardaway never filmed any scenes together.
Oh, wow.
To Penny himself, and he would read and react to it.
Lance Taylor, but Stevenson whistled for the foul. Probably the right call there. It does not matter as Diabate gets the steal. And will dunk it home.
The rims are mic'd up nicely tonight, by the way.
Heard every bit of it. 30. That shot on the baseline will not go. Contested by Bama. Stevenson out to Aiden Holloway. No, the 3 will not fall for Holloway. The tip, though, goes by the freshman LeBaron Philon. Tips it in. Their biggest lead of the game, make it 16. As Philon hits.
They have not hit a perimeter shot yet.
They have not, and they play so hard defensively. There is Stevenson. That's a 2. His foot was on the line, and now a whistle on the rebound.
LT, you got to have missed shots to get rebounds, and that's how we're 20. That's how we're 20. A little bit Memphis has, but Alabama's still approaching.
Dunaway. It was a very slow start in this game for the Crimson Tide, and had a nice game for Alabama as well in that one. Scored 10 points off the bench. Now the old give and go, and that is an easy make. The dunk. Danger does have 7, and he leads all Memphis scorers. Byline, the no look to Stevenson and a whistle as Danger thought he had knocked it away, but he is whistled for the personal foul.
Yeah, very aggressive.
Jaron Stevenson, a 68% free throw shooter last season for the Crimson. This guy's got a place on the next level. With that size, his ability to shoot. Jaron. Byline gets the screen from Stevenson, tried the screen and roll. And Holloway has it knocked away.
Holloway had a nice look there.
There is the alley-oop, and Jourdain will lay it in. He's got 4. And it is 44-29, a minute to go here in the first half in Huntsville. The runner by Philon is good. For a 3 off the back iron. Rebound by Philon. Man, he is always around the ball, it seems. He hands it off to Sears. Sears 3. It's good. Mark Sears has 13, and Penny
Elvis.
That's right, among many other greats.
Prince.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton.
This is a great town, too. Great botanical gardens, a zoo, all sorts of great stuff in Huntsville. If you get a chance to go up here and tour the Rocket City, great place.
Nice offensive set, but Hunter was unable to hold it and has to kick it back out. Haggerty cut off, tried to get it to Jourdain. He can't get the handle, and another shot clock violation on the Memphis Tigers. That's 2 this half.
The crowd appreciates that.
No, it's excellent defense. I don't mean
SEC and number 2 in the nation in the AP poll, coming off a Final Four year. That's coming up at the half.
And EG will catch Nate Oates on his way off the court, and Diabate loses the handle, And that is how the half will end.
Key stat in that first half for Alabama, second chance points. Alabama had 16, Memphis just had 4. Nate Oates loves that stat.
Absolutely, he does. Amore, a big reason why. And a whistle right away coming out of the half. This game, they want to see the rotations regardless of the foul. And he gets the free throw to go.
So in front of me, but they were a tough out last year.
Alabama sold out, they announced earlier this week, season tickets.
Phylon faked the lob, then made the lob to him.
Going to play in this rotation, you are going to score, and around the rim, you know, he has been a factor.
Well, I tell you, if you get 8 or 10 points out of Amore, Alabama is going to be a 10 guy. My goodness, that's almost unfair with the rest of this squad. Reed can't find the 3, and Jourdain will dump it off to Haggerty, who lays it in.
Amore there didn't force it anywhere near the rim, just left it for the big armed guy to grab it and throw it down.
Now Phylon, the 3 over Jourdain, won't go. Follows his own shot, drains the second one.
Yeah, my man that said, hey, who's this going to be fun for? Didn't call that regular season. I think that's and 1.
Baron Phylon has got 10 tonight. That's his first made 3-pointer, 1 of 4 from beyond the arc. Haggerty on the drive, can't get it to fall, but a whistle will go against
3 or so people, either coaching or analytics for Alabama.
out of his classroom to help fund his program. A little different budget now in Tuscaloosa.
I would say Reed with the steal, and he'll double dribble.
Basketball for a couple of years.
This kid is a player out of Grovetown, Georgia, the 4th highest rated recruit in Alabama basketball history, and off the inbound. My goodness. Driving the baseline is danger with a dunk.
Yeah, I don't, you know, we're lucky that glass didn't come down. You don't see it.
The injuries of the players that are not playing tonight, including Grant Nelson, Diabate's numbers being called a lot.
Yeah, 8 points already for the Tide.
What a nice steal by Memphis. Here is Harris on his way to the basket, and he lays it in. Tyrese Hunter, excuse me, the senior from Racine, Wisconsin, transfer out of Texas. Phylon dumps it off to Reed, and Reed will lay it in, and this is the pace that you expect out of this Bama team.
Easy transition basket for Alabama there.
Reed, though, beat on defense, and now we've got some offensive flow in this game.
Yeah, it does seem like Memphis is settled.
Style early on, and maybe this is what makes the engine run a little bit better for his team.
Sears leans in as he goes to the basket, and he is fouled. That is something Sears is exceptional at. He is able to draw contact on the drive to the basket. And there were times they needed every single minute of those 40 minutes.
With Mark Sears, he was a consistent 20, 21, 22-point guy. Every
Crimson Tide rotation right now.
They had 9 guys play 10 or more minutes in the Wake Forest game.
Well, and you think about it, you still have got major contributors in Grant Nelson.
The Alabama newcomer gets it to Sears, back to Millett, and now Phylon will size up a 3 and drains it. LeBaron Phylon has got 13. Brothers around the basketball an awful lot. Now Sears knocks it away. The other guard for the Crimson Tide right now, out to Millett. His 3 is good.
Millett, again, that guy is not afraid of any shot. Haggerty, the freshman of the year nationally last year. And this is a guy coming in from Tulsa that high hopes right now from the Memphis faithful.
You saw Jared Harris on there too, mentioned as a fresh.
Second best 4-star coming in.
If you're watching at home, you didn't hear in the first half, we're not keeping up with personal fouls tonight, but the players are not supposed to know it. I'm starting to feel like Memphis knows it because we just shot a bonus with
guys are on our side.
Wani and try to chase 200 tonight, forget 100.
Hunter's got 9. And here is Sears working against Tyrese Hunter, who just made those 2 free throws. We took under the 15 mark. Alabama up by 18. Sears gets tripped up to the floor, and another whistle. And that's going to go against Hunter.
To the hardwood.
And when we got here, I believe it.
And made the use of the court.
Comes Sears, he's going to dump it right back off. And Amore doesn't get enough air for the dunk. Now Harris on the breakaway, and he will get plenty of air.
Yeah, this is
to go. Morey yanks down another board. He's working on a double-double. He's got 8 rebounds and 8 points. Millette fires up the 3 and drains it.
I mean,
you like his game.
I do. I mean, it's just, you know, C-rim, shoot.
Foul outs. I'm not sure what we'll lose next.
Maybe the bonus, maybe the 1-and-1. Nasser Cunningham has checked in for Bama as well there on the guard, but right in his face.
And there is the first made 3-point basket by Memphis team. The Crimson Tide lead. Stevenson cut off on the baseline. He's trapped now, looking for help anywhere. Finally gets it out to Holloway, but a whistle.
Bailout foul there.
And Holloway drained the 3. Did not. 68% free throw shooter. He struggled tonight, 1 of 4 from the stripe.
But that shot though, when he shoots those threes, it's one of the prettier shots in basketball for him.
Back
at
rim
6'11".
on that one, can't get it to fall. And
I think that's exactly what Diabate said.
Yeah.
I think Diabate said, I'm going to paraphrase here, we shoot the 3 in that situation.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting the pass.
He pointed in the air as if to say,
I was setting up for the rebound.
That is right.
Not to receive the pass.
Stevenson will be guilty of the foul. And the free throw will not fall. Emily Grace McWhorter was in the Alabama huddle.
Continues to jump on the pump fakes, so look for that to be corrected here in the next few minutes.
Nobody got a body on the big guy. Rim. A little more refined game than Cisse, the other big guy. Holloway can't get the 3 to go, and Diabate gets tangled up on the rebound, and that whistle will go against the Tigers. Crimson Tide. This kid has got some real potential.
Saved it in bounds and then transitioned to a bucket at the other end. It was just a beautiful play.
And after the miss, Haggerty back to Hunter. Hunter will not take that shot over Omore. He took one look and said, no thank you. He'll get it to Danger and can't get it to fall, but he'll shoot free throws after the foul on Reed.
If you're an American, it will be a mammoth showdown when they play each other 2 or 3 times.
The stripe, he's got 12 points to lead Memphis in scoring. And can't get we'll have to go to EG on that one.
Yeah.
I will think she's got the final word.
I would think that is a light fuchsia.
Sears on the give and go back to Omore, and Omore will be fouled and will shoot free throws.
Yeah. You know what this is, EG? This is that social media.
I'll tell you what, I'll ask Danger, and whatever he says, I'm going with.
I would agree with that.
Neither free throw falls. Now a 3 on the way, and Memphis just cannot get a 3 to go. They've only made 1 all night, but it's still on the rebound. Reed couldn't put it away, and Haggerty still
All off season about the makes. Got to happen when the lights are on, though.
Here is Hunter working against Reed. And he will dump it down to Danger. Danger, nice move.
He dropped that leg perfectly.
He
there.
did he not?
Yeah, and I think his wingspan a little misleading just because he is so thick.
All of a sudden, this lead has been cut to 13, as close as Memphis has had it since middle of the first half, and now
9 minutes as he hits the stripe here.
I know. That's been the thing.
When you get back Reitzel and you get back Youngblood and Grant Nelson, I mean,
for the tie, off to Sears, tried to create his 3, couldn't do it.
probably could have drawn contact there.
Probably so, and Stevenson can't handle the pass from Phylon. Now Hunter, uncontested, will lay it in. Stevenson to try to put some distance between the teams, cannot do it. And Memphis can cut this to single digits. Danger!
Wow.
Gets the bucket and 1.
Man, his body control.
Has been terrific. 16 points tonight for Memphis, but he can't get it to go, and Diabate pulls down the board.
See, and this is what Alabama will try to do. Danger's got to stay out there, right?
Yep.
Because he's making plays. But here comes a fresh body to lean on him a little bit.
Fresh body that in a normal game has got several fouls to give. Danger picks up the foul.
Alabama bench, by the way, as we watch these free throws. Chris Youngblood doesn't have the
15 of 30 for the Crimson Tide and 14 of 29 for Memphis. Back to the All-American candidate. He has it knocked away. The long pass out to Hunter, and Millette will be whistled for the personal foul.
Yeah, I don't know. What are we looking minutes-wise for Danger?
1979 to 83, he actually wore this Alabama uniform to the 2002 Final Four.
Wasn't he responsible for daddy ball for you, Brown?
Well, his son scored a lot of points.
A lot of
The
points.
Detroit Mercy played a lot of games, took a lot of shots, scored a lot of points. And
And the 11th ranked portal class coming in. an 11-7 finish. They missed the tournament. And, you know, there was one.
I'll tell you this, though, that tie it to the Alabama bench. Bobby Hurley was in that movie, right? And who did Nate Oates replace at Buffalo?
Well, that'd be Bobby Hurley.
Bobby Hurley.
I don't know if Bobby Hurley was in Blue Chips. Was he?
Way to be in the movie.
That one does not work. The free throw is good by Diabate.
Brown.
I have seen it. Second free throw by Diabate is good. He knew how to recruit.
Yeah, that raspy voice.
He did have the raspy voice. Here is Tyrese Hunter, the lob and the jam by Cisse.
By the way, Bobby Hurley, who played it too.
Off the Diabate, and Sears' shot is blocked.
You know, this is what you get from this Memphis team with this length and this effort. They just don't go away.
Now Diabate fouls Haggerty, and the front court will have free throws.
Hey, football school.
39% from the field. They got to be better than that, but the
Arsenals. But this is a kid that really can score in bunch.
time. Memphis going very big here.
Yeah, they've been going small majority of the game.
Here is Holloway. He'll drive in among those big guys. Back out to Stevenson. That three is good.
That's a big shot.
And Alabama had gone cold a little bit.
11 guys out there with their two big guys as well.
Yeah.
Everybody's matched up about the same size.
Yeah.
Memphis has got their two scorers out there, and Haggerty and Rogers.
Bylon gets the screen and drives it in with a right hand off the glass.
Love the Phylon kid.
Oh, the stones to be able to go against Cisse right there.
And now a whistle against Holloway as Haggerty went to the basket, so he'll shoot free throws. Bama up 81-65. Memphis had made a little run there and cut it to 11, but Alabama is such an explosive team.
As I told you, Alabama's season tickets have sold out. Some single game tickets available for Kent State December 22nd, South Dakota State December 29th, and the SEC opener with Oklahoma on January the 4th. But a lot of these games starting to
Ribs Dunaway that Alabama's a softball school. I was told the Trash Pandas, they're going to redo the stadium for Alabama softball coming up February 19th.
That'll be fascinating. The close shots just will not fall for Memphis. Now they do, and a foul.
That was like uncanny, the Haggerty kid, how he gets to the stripe. His 12th free throw. And again, only Zach Edey had more free throws in D1 basketball last year for Purdue, en route to playing for a national championship.
And now a whistle away from the inbound. That's going to go against Tyrese Hunter.
a great music venue, very acoustically sound, I'm told.
I know when I was a youngster running around Birmingham. Oh, you've got other guys you can just continue to feed in on this rotation. And, you know, much unlike football, of course, it has become a little different with a 12-team playoff.
Holloway fouled as he shoots the three, and Penny Hardaway is out on the court upset.
Yeah.
Apparently not calling.
More than a loss or two in the history of Alabama basketball, at least coming into a season. And the expectation is Final Four bust for this team.
Now, you've been to one in your program's history, and people expect you to go back-to-back. That's just the way it works.
I mean, I don't know what y'all's expectation is, but
That,
with this roster,
yeah.
it's going to be hard not to find 4 wins in the NCAA tournament. And look, that's never easy.
with Alabama's head.
I want to win one here, end quote. Now, when he took over at Buffalo, he had great success, and he's built this in his image, the way he wanted to build it. Got all the resources from the athletic department, athletic director, the boosters have bought in, the recruits have brought in, and that's why he stayed, because he, quote, wants to win one here. It's never been done before. He wants to be the first.
Got a contract extension between the SEC tournament and the NCAA tournament when Alabama was not playing their best basketball. They then go on the run to the Final Four as the runner will not go for Haggerty. He'll shoot free throws, though.
Yeah, Tuscaloosa.
Well, after that contract extension and that Final Four and Oates' commitment to Alabama, and he showed a great commitment to the Crimson Tide. Here is Holloway. Now Sears, who will drive it. Dumps it off. Amore with a right-hand dunk.
It doesn't look like he's got a lot of explosion when he goes up for a dunk. He is just so long.
That pushes the game back to 12 at the 4-minute mark here in Huntsville. The drive and the kiss Off the glass from Haggerty.
You did mention John Calipari, and I think most people would say greatest coach in Memphis history. I know Gene Bartow got him to a Final Four back in '73.
Sears gets the bucket to fall, but Calipari was a couple made free throws away from winning it all.
Yeah, should have, you know, in that Derrick Rose season.
Haggerty crashes to the floor. Now a late whistle on the rebound. And the crowd does not like this call. Cisse, the transfer from Ole Miss, this has not been one of his strengths, but he's worked to get better. As I said, this is not one of his strengths, but 3 of 5 tonight. Now he does miss that one, 3 of 6 still. That's an improvement.
Makes Shaquille look like Reggie Miller.
All the way after the miss. Here is Amore, puts it on the floor once, now looking for help. Gets it off to Sears. That's generally a good idea, and that one pinned against the glass will count.
About 40 minutes. By the way, that was my favorite part of this job, by the way.
What, that you got that call right?
No, that the official walks over and tells us the explanation.
Yeah.
I told him, Dunaway's already told me, thank you. That ball is knocked away from Amore, and all of a sudden, Memphis can make this a single-digit game, and they do. Led by 21 at the 13:42 mark, and credit to Memphis for just chipping away little by little at this lead, and they've cut this down to a single-digit game.
You know, we talked about it. Memphis can find offense with how aggressive they are.
Played 24 minutes in this game and only picked up 2 personal fouls. The free throw was good by Reed.
Yeah. In the American, because, you know, as good as UAB is going to be, I would say this is the team they're going to have to fear the most.
We're approaching 50 free throws for Alabama. We passed the 40 mark. 50 is the next mile marker.
The floater is good, and again, it's back down to an 8-point game. Point to check in. Now Nate Oates will call him back to the bench. Here is Philon. Into the paint, kicks it out to Holloway. Wanted to shoot the 3, doesn't. Philon wanted to shoot the 3, doesn't. Holloway will now shoot the 3 and drains it.
Big shot from Holloway. He's passed up a couple of threes tonight, not normally his MO.
Jourdain going to hand it off to Hunter. He will drive against Amore, loses it. Haggerty over the backboard, can't get it to fall. That would have been a circus shot.
Yeah, that was Larry Bird-like back in the day.
As Jim said, they're approaching 50 free throws, but they've only shot 61.9%.
There is how he plays defense. Good feet movement on that last, getting his body in front.
Here comes Philon. LeBaron Philon, look how quick he is. Pushes it up the floor for the Tide.
Watch for number 2, Holloway, if he gets another look here.
Yeah, he's gotten hot. Sears is going to be fouled. Again, something he does so exceptionally well is drawing. Here was a 91% free throw shooter.
And you've done it again, Brett. 50 years of basketball, this building's known for its tight rims.
Well,
you said he knew what he was doing drawing contact there. We draw any more free throws, what are we at, 88?
That is a lot. Haggerty makes the jumper. Boy, he's had a nice game. Haggerty has got 28.
Not necessarily a bad percentage behind the arc.
Haggerty working against Reed. Reed will be whistled for the hand check at the 101 mark.
26 of 44 for the team.
Yeah, not great, but Haggerty's in that we are about to see our.
Do we have anybody with 8?
Philon will inbound it to Stevenson.
Big man with good handle.
6'11" forward, able to get it across, and then is fouled by Haggerty, which will be
Number 8. Rose, Hardaway, Finch, but it's Haggerty that becomes. At the end of practice, you're asked to put up 100 before you leave.
Well, they'd have to shoot another 100 because they ain't making them tonight.
Stevenson can't get it to fall. It's a 7-point game with 52 seconds to go. Here is Hunter. That is swatted away.
Clifford, their big red dog, with the block.
And it is out of bounds off of Alabama. Boy, Amore has had a very nice game protecting the rim. 9 boards, 10 points. For Amore and a block.
Now they're going to look for Colby Rogers, number 3 here. Trying to set something up for him.
Cisse will hand it back to Haggerty, working against Stevenson, and he loses Stevenson. High off the glass, will not go. Cisse has it taken away by Sears. Right into the hands of Hunter. Now the three will not fall. And Amori able to pull down rebound number 11 for the night. And Philon will clear it off to Stevenson. Stevenson is fouled. And that is Hardaway, and it's a 4-point game. Stevenson gets the first to go.
Airs later tonight on ESPN Classics.
Both free throws made by Stevenson, so he has shot it better from the stripe. Down the stretch here, 4 of 9 tonight. He's got 10 for the Crimson Tide.
Can we get 6
11.
more free throws to get us the century mark?
There you go.
Yeah.
You asked for it. I hope you remember. And Okoji pulls up. He's got 3 points tonight. Has missed 3 of the 4 free throws from the stripe. The second free throw goes.
Dunaway.
That number.
I was hoping for 100.
Well,
not going to do it. We're going to run the clock out now.
Memphis is going to let him dribble it out. So Alabama is going to get the exhibition game win. And the Rocket City Classic presented by Acoma. 96-88. Alabama moves to 2-0 in the preseason. And the number 2 preseason team in America continues to get ready for a very challenging schedule. If you're Nate Oates tonight, happy with what you saw out of the Crimson Tide? There's a lot to work on still.